Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you today. Excuse me. I'm coming at you, just relaxing, still in Tijuana, Mexico. We actually leave to go home tomorrow. So if you guys don't see me for a little while, it's because I'm basically catching up there at home and preparing for Christmas holidays. Now, the good thing is, Daddy and I did all of our Christmas shopping for the kids and also my mother and things like that before we even left. So that's a great thing. Today I am 7 days out of surgery, you guys. So I am considered a week post-op. Yes, 1 week post-op. Um, I feel great, you guys. I really do. I feel great. I feel great inside. Um, as far as pain, I really don't have that. Soreness, yes, I have. That's basically it. Um, I wanted to do a quick video because I've done so many videos on so many issues surrounding this journey and this process. Um, but I wanted to do a video on uh, real hunger because I did a video on head hunger, and if I haven't uploaded that yet, that will be coming. But I've been talking to patients, other patients that are here as well, and I talk to them in different stages. Now, certainly, I've seen some come and go because I've been here a lot longer than the average patient, and that is by choice. Um, but the people that I have talked to, they are struggling with being actually hungry, or so they say. I don't know because I'm not in their body. I do know the biological effects that the gastric sleeve does to the body, to the stomach, and I do know that they remove 80% of your stomach itself, leaving what appears to be like a tube, hence the term sleeve. Um, and of course, the little pouch, which is your actual stomach that holds everything that you consume. So, I wanted to talk about if, in fact, I am hungry, and the answer is no, not at all, not even slightly. But I think that something is different with me than maybe the other people or the other patients that I've come across and I've talked to. You guys remember, if you followed my journey, and most of you have, you guys know that I have been basically since I've been back from Bermuda, what, September, the 1st of September, the first week in September. I basically like took maybe a whole week off after I came back, and then I started being on one solid meal a day, and the rest was juicing, whether it's fresh juices, uh, naked juices, boathouse juices, or whatever. Um, I used those for my other meals, and I had one solid meal. I also incorporated when I wanted to, and when my palate wanted something different other than juice, I had protein shakes. So I did that basically for 2.5 months. Okay, yeah, about 2 months, you guys. And then I went right into the optional liquid diet, which was no solid foods and just protein shakes. Um, and then after that, 4 days prior to me even coming here to Tijuana, Mexico for my gastric sleeve, I went on clear liquids. Now, after my surgery, meaning up until today, I am still on my clear liquids. Now, everybody else that had the surgery, advised through my doctor, or not advised, but suggested through my doctor, he said that you can actually eat soft foods after the first 3 days after your surgery. Now, me knowing my own body and also learning my stomach and my tolerance, learning that, not being a master at that, but learning that, and knowing and being aware of how I'm consuming just simple Powerade, Gatorade, water, and things like that. Being that I know that I am kind of having a hard time doing that. I know that my stomach, my new stomach, is not ready for those types of foods. So what I'm doing is I'm gradually, on my own, working my way back into being normal again, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is when I get home, I am going to start with the protein shakes, and then I may start with things like soft soups, not soft soups, soft foods such as yogurts, um, maybe pudding, optional, uh, maybe cottage cheese. I don't know yet. I'll try it. If I don't, if I'm not going to push myself. Um, I may incorporate some things like refried beans and things like that once I go home. But I'm certainly going to work on first the protein shakes, then elevate or escalate to the next stage. And that will be the next stage. The cream soups already strained and stuff like that. So that's how I'm doing it. But what the reason why I said that it's quite different, and I recommend you guys to start even in the process of getting your date if you are about to embark on gastric sleeve or whatever. I say don't wait until the 2 weeks that they say or they recommend that you start some kind of liquid diet. Um, because every doctor is different. Some doctors will say that you don't have to go on a liquid diet till 3 days prior to surgery. Some will say that you have to do it 24 hours before surgery. And then some will say they require you to do it 2 weeks before surgery. My surgeon did not require it, but of course it was an option. It was not required to do any liquid diet until 4 days prior, and that would be considered a clear liquid he wanted. But I was doing something actively for 2.5 months. And that's what I think is separating me. That's what I think is separating me from people or the other patients that are really struggling with having the surgery, thinking that they are extremely hungry and having such an internal struggle within themselves of deprivation. During the 2.5 months of me depriving myself, but yet still maintaining the vitamin intake that I needed, the nutrients I needed for my body to actually be functioning in a healthy state, but it still was depriving myself of my usual habits, of my usual patterns, of my usual unhealthy relationship with food. And what that did was, even though it changed my body physically, even though I lost weight before the surgery because of that, what it did was it prepared me mentally, I believe, even more so than I even thought, for me to be used to not consuming solid foods. I'm pretty sure the people that I talked to, if I was to do a survey of who actually, did the common thing of when they know they're going to have surgery, or when someone knows that they're about to have gastric sleeve or gastric bypass or lap band, when they know they're about to have surgery, what they do is they hurry up and consume as much as they wanted of all the yummy things that they know that they probably won't have for months and months to come. And they surely won't be able to have it in the abundance that they used to have it in. So, and that's common. And that's very common for people. I know that it's a lot of people that as soon as they get their date, they on a mission to go and eat any and everywhere that they love to eat. And because I didn't do that, it started to change my mindset. Rather than changing it the day that I had surgery, like many people are now having to confront and to endure, rather than just changing it then It was already in the process and in the works of changing before, 2.5 months before. So I believe that, like I said, if I was to go around and ask so many people that are struggling, what did they consume a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks before they even came down here, or before they started their 4-day clear liquid diet, I am pretty sure, I can guarantee you that they said, oh, I had all kinds of stuff that's yummy. Which, of course, usually equates to what? Foods that we really shouldn't have. So, their mind change is just starting now. Their body is in shock because it's not used to not having food. It's not used to not consuming solid foods and having their nutrients liquid. It's not used to that. And although, again, I'll stress to you that I have not mastered this. This is a process. This is a work in process. I am exactly a work in process, as we all are. But I can say that my progression or my journey at this stage has been, through observation, of course, has been much easier than all the others around me, and I think that that is partially why. I know that when I told some that I had already did the 2-week diet, they were like, wow. And I had forgot to tell them, oh, I did the 2-week diet that was optional liquid diet, but I was already for 2.5 months doing a 1 solid meal, all liquid meal diet before. So when I told them that I was doing I had already embarked on the 2-week diet, they were shocked and amazed. So I know that they would be totally amazed by me embarking on a 2.5 month journey that I had did prior to even coming here. So to end this video, what I'm basically saying is that I recommend that you start today rather than start tomorrow. What does that do? Guess what? You'll lose weight before you even get up on that table, which is always a good thing. Say if you go into the table or surgery, 350 pounds. If you can lose 30 or 40 pounds before that surgery, and knowing that you're going to lose the bulk of your weight, the majority of your weight, the first 6 months after surgery, imagine how much you'll be down from your highest weight overall. So it's a win-win situation. So, for one, you lose a lot more weight from your highest weight total. For two, it teaches you and trains you, I should say retrains you. It retrains you on depriving yourself of all the things that you have always done excessively. That's a good thing as well. Because what it does is it makes this time, post-op, a little bit more easier. And if we can have things a little bit more easier, because we have so much to face, you guys. So it's so many hard roads ahead. If we can make some of those roads a little bit easier, why not? So that's why I said it's a win-win situation. And secondly, what it does is it prepares your body physically on not having or relying on over-processed foods, heavy solids, and excessively fatty foods that maybe you're accustomed to having. So, again, it's a win-win situation. So, I'm doing this video because this is something that I have learned, not from reading a book, not from going on a blog, and not from hearing through the grapevine, but for something that I actually did myself, that I'm telling you guys after doing it, and also after seeing others' journey thus far, I'm suggesting to you guys that you do that. Now, you don't have to go to 1 solid meal a day for 2 months like I did. You can start off with drinking 1 meal or juicing 1 meal and having 2 solids, and then maybe a month doing that, and then a month working your way down to 1 solid meal a day and juicing or protein shakes for the other meals. That's up to you. But what I'm saying is that it's all about retraining yourself, not waiting until that last minute, because what that does is it not only trains your body internally, but it also trains your mind, and it also helps you with the post time. So I hope this has helped you guys in some way. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. It is about that time, and Happy New Year, you guys. I am feeling wonderful. I am feeling great. I am blessed. I am honored. I am loved. Um, and I just am ecstatic on sharing my life with you guys and also living it live and in living color. So, on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. I go see my babies tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. I feel like I've been gone forever, even though I haven't, but I feel like it, and I know they do as well. So I look so forward to seeing their beautiful faces and loving them and hugging them and cooking for them. And yes, guess what? I still am going to cook. Um, this surgery is so wonderful, you guys. Um, because I know that I can have the strength to cook and still not eat those things if I don't want them, or make something that is alternative. Because y'all know I'm the queen of substitutions. I can cook a meal for the house and then fix me something that's similar without all the carbs and things like that. So, and of course, the surgery is going to aid me with eating smaller amounts. So, I look forward to getting back into my role, and I do so with thanksgiving in my heart. And I love you all for joining me in this journey and for witnessing it with me. So on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. I will talk to you guys later, and be blessed.